In ancient Greece, there was a famous myth that lives on even today. It was called Jason and the Argonauts and was the story of Jason's voyage to find a sacred object called the Golden Fleece, the coat of a magic ram, which would be an invaluable treasure. Jason's search for the Golden Fleece has often taken on metaphysically symbolic connotations, as is indicated in the name of the book we are about to discuss, whose title is The Golden Fleece. Like Jason, author Michael Piv did not always have an easy journey. Yes, it is also true that the author of this book, Michael Piv, did find himself on a passionate quest for the truth about reality. And strangely, he was part of a somewhat well-known organization, which was named after seafaring vessels that wandered around the world, promoting and orchestrating one rather well-known institution. Although he was not based on a ship, but on a secret base in the desert of California, he did travel to dozens of countries around the world with the help of this organization known as the Sea Org. Although not as well known as its founder of the organization it represents, to those involved this was the brilliant, adventurous capstone of a man named Ron Hubbard and an organization called Scientology. The book is called The Golden Fleece, Diary of a Scientology Warrior. For those interested in the truth and reality behind Scientology, a cult made famous in part by the like of John Travolta, Tom Cruise, and other celebrities, the revelations in our interview will be enlightening. For those who are interested in how a true seeker after truth would fare at the top echelon of what to Scientologists would be one of L. Ron Hubbard's most esteemed organizations, Michael Piv's story will be fascinating. Equally important, however, is how and why, despite the immense challenges involved in his leadership in supervising and making translations of Scientology books, is what treasure Michael Piv could salvage after having to escape years later from a Scientology prison. He kept focusing on his work despite the challenges, even most amazingly in Russia as an eyewitness to the collapse of the Soviet Union and facing deadly persecution by the KGB. This book is about his steadfast search for truth and how he discovered the real value in the practice and science of Scientology, despite a cumbersome and often brutal bureaucracy, providing a framework for his future work as an author, psychic, and spiritual healer. Join me, Johnny Bluestar, host of Threshold Radio, as I discuss with Michael Piv his fascinating worldwide adventure in Sea Org and Scientology, and the truths that he found and the organization he finally had to leave.